are back to the Monday Extravaganza social media live readings. We just left my TikTok and now we're here live on my YouTube. Now, if you are on the replay, you may want to rewind or forward like a few minutes so that I will be able to wait for people to come on in. And it seems as though my lights do not want to stay on all night, especially through the reading that we were doing on TikTok. It was going in and out. Okay, so if you haven't followed me on TikTok, definitely do so at Melanite Empress, and also on my Instagram at Melanite Empress as well. Okay, so what we do on Monday night, starting around like 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is I start either here on my YouTube channel or my TikTok, and those who follow me to the next social media will be entered in to win a mini reading and a life coaching session with me. So you definitely want to be able to follow me on all of my social media, especially TikTok at Melanite Empress. Okay, so we're doing a love reading, and we are going to finish the love reading that we were doing and continuing on to see exactly what the messages are for you when it comes to your love reading. And then at the same time, I'm gonna see if I could, Sean Lewis here, if I could get the lightings right, because the lights is not staying on for some reason. It's weird. So let's see if we could get this light going over here. I hope so, because we need to see. I know I definitely do need to see. Interesting. If not, let's see. So, okay. Something doesn't want me to like. Let me use another socket. Let me see if this will work this way. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get my lighting together over here. For some reason, my lights will not stay on. What is going on? Why is it not going to stay on? Is it going to stay on? I hope so. Greetings, everybody coming on in here. We're just continuing with the collective love reading, but my lights have been going out all by itself all night, right, Chanlu? If you're still in here. So hopefully the lights will remain on. I'm really asking Spirit to allow it to stay on right now because I need to read the cards. Okay. Greetings, Odessa. Greetings, Odessa. Greetings, everybody that is here. Hello, I am from the Asia. Do you like the Asians? Of course, I like and love everybody, every ethnicity. Why wouldn't I? Oh, shoot, man. Supernatural things been happening here on tonight when it comes to this love reading or whatever, but a lot of you all are connecting with your twin flame and or your higher level soulmate in the ethers at this moment in time. And like I was saying when we were over there at TikTok, maybe they are here at this moment in time trying to connect with you, because a lot of y'all really do connect with your person spiritually and in the ethers, because a lot of y'all are probably perhaps married with your person in the ethers or whatever, and you definitely use a lot of telepathic communication, whether you know it or not, you know. But no matter what, sooner or later, like we were saying before, love is coming in and is coming in really soon for you. And you'll be able to recognize this person in so many different type of ways and shape and form. You may have had, a past life with them as well. But this energy is very light and it's very sweet and it's very honest, and you definitely will take it to a higher level of commitment, especially with the retreat card, being in here already, and get married with this person. With the child card being in here, a lot of y'all, if you already don't have children with this person, you definitely will children will affect this relationship. You will have children if you're not already have children with this person or whatever, But a lot of y'all are really ready for this love connection, with this soulmate connection, this twin flame connection, because you have had so many, relationships to the point that sooner or later, you learn, you learn to be more specific in regards to what type of person or who you want, to be with and everything. You learn a lot about yourself as well, because a lot of y'all had, codependency, on, people in the past, or have codependency when it comes to addiction. But I'm seeing that a lot of you all definitely have matured and definitely have changed from your past, ways, and the things that you have did in this, past, relationship. And although you may have, trust issues, you definitely will learn to trust again, especially when it comes to this person, because this person is a good person. They're very lighthearted, they're very sweet, they're very loving, they're very understanding, they're very romantic, like we were saying before, because with all these flowers, they definitely give you flowers because you like flowers, and or this is just something that they do, for you. And you absolutely love it, and love it for you as well. Okay, so let's get into some more messages here when it comes to this soulmate connection or twin flame connection, if you know that you're in one. Let's get some more messages here. Oh wow, we got two. Wow, give me one more. Okay, so we got two that fell on the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and take them. Be very careful because I don't want the light to come off. All right, so the first card that came out is a Tower, which I am getting is because there's going to be some very powerful changes, a lot of changes happening in your life at this moment in time, and or will, especially when it comes to this person, because this person is not going to be like any other person that you have seen in or dated. This person is going to be a different person, very unique and perhaps very rare, and or your person think that you're very unique and very rare. But no matter what, with the Tower card being in here, definitely there's a lot of positive changes that are happening within yourself, within your life, within this relationship as well. Because like I said in the past, the past wasn't always good, with past relationships or situations that brought chaos or traumatic experiences, towards you as well. A lot of y'all been through a lot of different type of traumatic experiences involving fire. Maybe your house got caught in fire. Maybe you were part of the California fires or whatever, and definitely that was very tragic for you as well. And maybe that's why with the Devil card being in here, you definitely are afraid in a lot of different type of ways. You fear a lot of things, especially when it comes to relationship, because like I said before, you have a lot of trust issues. You don't think that you're ever going to find anybody that could absolutely be this your dream lover, your dream person. But as we can see here in this reading, you definitely will be able to experience it. You just have to reprogram your thought patterns, and believe that this absolutely is what you can experience. This is absolutely the type of person that you will be with and progress with when it comes to getting in a higher level of commitment, getting married for some of you. having a child for some of you all, definitely this is, possible. But like we were saying before, you definitely have to get rid of your codependency, your addictions, you know what I'm saying, your fear, a lot of materialistic type of attachments as well. And a lot of y'all are releasing limited beliefs, and exploring dark thoughts, detachments, especially when it comes to dealing with your shadow self. Like I said before, you're going through this rebirth, this new start here. And a lot of it had to deal with, past traumatic chaos type of situations, negative type of things that you've been through. And this is something that you had to go through, of course, to be able to learn your lessons and to grow mentally, spiritually, and to really find out not only who you are, but exactly, specifically who you want in your life when it comes to this partnership. Because in the past, you probably was tempted by a lot of different type of things, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to dating anybody, when it comes to intimacy, having sex and stuff like that, drugs or whatever. You definitely, was up against a lot of different type of temptations. But now, I see with this rebirth, you definitely are changing in a lot of different type of ways once again, to make you choose, different things, right? You're going to use your choices that you have, because we all have a choice every second of the day, in a better way, in a positive type of way, right? Because this is something that you have learned. And a lot of y'all are not only connecting with yourself again and learning about yourself, but you also, with Mother Nature being in here, you are connecting with nature as well. You're finding your inner peace, you're energizing yourself, you're loving yourself, and you're really learning how to ground yourself in so many different type of ways as well. When it comes to nature, like, walking in nature, hugging a tree, putting your feet in the dirt or the sand. You're doing all those different type of ways to be able to reconnect, not only with yourself, but Mother Nature, and being able to ground yourself as well. And I think that's great, because a lot of y'all, really work with the elements really well, and or you will or need to, especially when it comes to, fire, air, water, earth, or whatever. You'll find a way around to be able to work with these type of elements as well, which is going to help you in so many different type of ways, especially when it comes to releasing the past, the past hurts, the past pains, the things that you hold on to, the things that, keep you up at night, the things that you constantly, think about. That is what is going to help to alleviate that for you. And then we got the Ace of Wands, being in here. And again, you are going through this rebirth, and you have grown a lot and will continue to go through these growth spurts as well. And you'll be able to see that for yourself and for anybody else that is in your life. They see this and or will see this about yourself, and they're going to look at you like, man, she has potential. She really does, and she is definitely growing and emerging in a lot of different type of ways, because you probably thought you had in the past, you probably thought you had a lot of distractions, a lot of the delays and stuff. You probably felt uninspired in a lot of different type of ways in the past. And I get it, because, you definitely have been through a lot, especially when it comes to, past relationships that didn't work out, And now you're focusing on whatever your passions are, whatever your creative endeavors are. You definitely are focusing on that, at this moment in time. And that's why you have changed for the better. And that's why you are at the point that you are at this moment in time. And that's why you are going to meet this higher level of a commitment, soulmate, or your twin flame connection with the love coming in. It's destiny. This is destiny. Like I said before, this person is destined to be in your life. You're destined to meet them. You're destined to get married to them. You're destined to have children if you're still in a childbearing age, and if you still want them. you know. And again, confirmation, you definitely are going through a rebirth, and you've probably been through the dark night of the soul, you know, working with your shadow self. And this is what was necessary, you know, especially with the experiences that you've been through, this chaotic, traumatic experiences that you've been through. This catapult you to change. This help you to be able to level up and to be able to focus on you and to be able to change in a way where you now are standing in your power, you know, and speaking your truth, and you have more understanding of yourself and you respect yourself. And this is one of the reasons why we go through the things that we go through. You don't never have to be shameful or guilty or resentful or be mad or sad about that, because you always will grow, especially if you learn the lesson. If you don't learn the lesson, then you definitely are going to go through the lesson again. So definitely take note when it comes to that. But you're focusing on yourself, you're cosmically leveling up, you know, you leveling up to a higher consciousness here, as we saw in the beginning of this reading. You know, you got this light and bright aura. A lot of you all are from the cosmos. You are a star seed. You know, you're finally being able to judge yourself in a way where you need to, so that you can be able to make the best and the right choices, and to be able to, you know, continue to grow, because you are not afraid anymore to do self-evaluation. And that's what you need to do in order to have a better experience and outcome when it comes to your endeavors here in your life. Okay, so if you resonated with it, let me know. Tap the screen, share the live, follow me if you haven't followed me, and greetings to the Monday night extravaganza live readings, where we go to social media. So definitely follow me, because next time we're going to start here on my YouTube channel, and then we're going to go to our TikTok. And when you do that and follow me, then you are able to be entered in to the drawing to win a mini reading and also a life coaching session with me. Okay. All right, Spirit, what else do they need to know here? We got one card that's stuck on my breast. Very interesting. Just stay tuned, because we've been having a lot of supernatural things happen on tonight, which is very interesting. The lights going on and off by itself, and the cards flying over here and flying over there. Just stay tuned, and you'll definitely be able to see more supernatural things happening here on my live. Gratitude, Chanlu. I'm so glad that you love the reading on tonight. Thanks for being here. Love your presence, your energy. Appreciate you so much. And everybody else, gratitude for being here. So we got 2 cards. Let me get one more. It's the energy, huh? For real. But good energy, though, you know? A lot of good energies are here. Give me one more. I don't know, I'm like hot. Again, it's just the energy, that's why we hot. So we got 4. Okay, yeah. The Hermit card is in here, and the 4 of Swords. So a lot of y'all are single at this moment in time, and or you are in hermit mode, where you spend most of your time away from other people, where you are isolated and stuff. And if you're not, this perhaps was the energy that you were in the past, because somehow Spirit thought that you needed to be by yourself. You needed to learn the lessons. You needed to be able to grow, do some soul searching, and for the most part, you really needed to change, you know, in a lot of different type of ways, which you have, you know, with the star being in here. A lot of y'all are the chosen ones, and or a star seed. You're from the cosmos here as well. And now, you know, after you done a lot of soul searching, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of meditation, and have been withdrawn and or single at this time, now you are finally, you know, ready to re-enter into the world, right? Release yourself from this isolation and stuff. Now you are ready, because you have purged all the necessary things that needed to be purged and or seen and or worked on or started to work on, which I think is beautiful. And a lot of you all have built a lot of tenacity, a lot of strength with the Ogun energy. A lot of y'all work with Ogun and or have that energy within you at this moment in time. You're very brave, you're very strong, you're very courageous, and this is some of the things that you have learned to be because of your past experiences with the tower being in here. And some of y'all are warrior princesses, warrior prince, you know, and you definitely had to be strong, and you are strong, and there's nothing wrong with being strong, because we definitely need to be strong on this journey that we are embarking on, because a lot of y'all again are starting fresh, entering into a lot of new beginnings, especially when it comes to this person. And then we got the Two of Pentacles here. You said, yeah, good energy. Yes, I'm single. So you're juggling a lot of things right now. You're juggling your priorities, which is really good because you're focusing on that, whether it's your family, your career, your money, or just, juggling a lot of relationships that you are, people that you are dating at this moment in time, You learn not to overinvest in relationships, because a lot of you overinvested in your past relationships. And now you just learning to balance everything in your life, because a lot of y'all, are rushing a lot. You're very busy. Your mind is very busy, perhaps, you're learning to balance your time and your energy as well, which I think is great, and a lot of y'all are just taking a break with the Hermit card being in here as well, and the Four of Swords. You just, taking a break, especially when it comes to relationships, and you really are focusing and being more specific when it comes to this new relationship, this love that is coming in. If you are not already in this relationship, now you know exactly what you want, what you will tolerate, what you won't tolerate. You know what I'm saying? How you want your person to look, how you want your person to be. Now you're able to know all of that. And now that you know that, you're able to be able to focus on that and be able to actualize this beautiful, light-hearted, loving, harmonious relationship with your twin flame and or your higher level soulmate here. Which I think is beautiful. And again, with all these stars, you definitely are a star. Literally, some of you all are a star, or supposed to be a star, or made into a star. But no matter what, with this bright aura that you have around you, you're made to be seen. You're made to be put on a pedestal, in my opinion. If you, or this is what the cards are saying as well, which I think is beautiful. And now you know who you are, and now you know your calling. Now you know your purpose in life in general, not only exactly who you want when it comes to this partnership, which is beautiful, but also every areas of your life. You're more clear than ever. With the Ace of Swords, you definitely got the truth and the clarity that you need to be guided correctly on your new start, your new journey, your new life, your new beginnings. There's a lot of new beginnings that are happening for you at this moment in time, and all of it is good. Make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up, please. Go to the right-handed three dotted lines and click on the thumbs up. All right, one fell down and flipped over, so I'll just take that. And then we'll probably end it out with the love relationship deck. All right, so the next one that came out is time to rest. Yeah, again, confirmation with the Hermit card being in here, the Four of Swords and stuff. A lot of y'all are single. A lot of y'all are single purposely. A lot of y'all are withdrawn for a lot of people. A lot of y'all are in the hermit mode as well, because you need to take time. Again, you need to take time to rest. You need to take time for yourself. You need to take time to think. You need to take time to plan, you know what I'm saying, how you want your life. And that's what you have done, and that's why you're actualizing, manifesting all of this. And it's all beautiful, especially when it comes to this relationship here, this love relationship here is definitely going to be so romantic because you are romantic and your person is romantic, you know. And a lot of y'all are really taking the time out throughout, juggling your priorities and just relieving stress, whether it's by smoking, as you can see, whether it's meditation, exercise, inhaling, exhaling, whatever you do to relax, you definitely are taking time out for yourself to be able to do that. Whether it's a staycation or you're going to find somewhere to another place for a vacation or whatever it is, because it's about that time, right? Because a lot of y'all, work, really hard as well. You're not only tired of people and relationships and way people have been treating you or life in general, you definitely have realized that, I need to keep a balance, you know what I'm saying? And I need time. Now it's time for me to take a break. And now it's time for me to take a vacation, you know what I'm saying? And with the retreat, when you meet this person, you are already not in this relationship and met this person, you definitely will have time away with them as well, away from everybody. And a lot of y'all, like I said before, it's going to go to different countries. What did we say? We said Italy, we said Paris, France, Paris, France, and some other places, other favorite places you like to go to. Which I think is great. I think it's beautiful. Take some pictures and send me the pictures. It sounds like years, okay? All right, give me a couple more cards from here, and then we'll end it out with the love relationships cards. All right, give me another card from here, Spirit. Oh, we got wings of love here. This reading is so beautiful. It's about love. It's about you meeting, the one, your soulmate, your twin flame and everything. And this person is definitely going to have a lot of love for you. They definitely are going to be protective over you. They definitely will, take care of you, support you, make you feel safe and secure. Because this is what, your angels and your guides, this is what spirit does anyway. You definitely are protected by your spirit team in so many different type of ways. They watch over you. They govern over you. The different celestial beings that you cannot see. Some perhaps you can see sometimes. Sometimes they do actualize in the physical. Did you know that? Sometimes they do actualize in the flesh. I think I have remembered one time when I was a teenager walking down the street, and I was crossing the big cross section, and there was a lot of traffic or whatever, and I was just walking, no cars were coming or anything like that, and I looked back, and this guy said hi, and I said hi, and then 1 second I looked back and he was gone. So some of y'all had those type of angelic encounters or you will, but definitely perhaps that was them just protecting me and making sure I crossed the street, safely, because it was a big street, And although very interesting, it wasn't a lot of cars, where usually there was a lot of cars, at that street, but definitely maybe perhaps, that was my one of my spirit guides, definitely protecting me and making sure I get across the street safely and soundly. Is this for the person we are about to meet? Yeah, this is the person that I'm talking about in regards to that you are going to meet, which is very beautiful. Yeah, they're going to be protective. Not really obsessive, but, they're definitely going to be protective over you. Just like you're a spirit team, as we can see here. All right, so let's get into the last cards here, the love relationship cards here. to see what else you need to know when it comes to this love connection with your twin flame and or your soulmate here. So far, so good. Nothing bad, nothing negative. That's why I know that this is like meant to be. Like we said before, it's destined for you to be with this person, to meet this person. And sometimes, you know, it takes a little bit longer, you know, to meet this sort of a person, because a lot of times we're just not ready, or we're not mature enough, or it's just not divine timing for us to meet them. And sometimes we just meet them later on, which I think is probably better, because it's like you're older, you're more mature, it's even better, you know? You ain't gonna have no childish, immature type of person in your life, because you already dealt with those type of people already, right? You definitely don't want to like meet those type of people again, you know? So definitely you're destined for this twin flame soulmate connection. All right, so we got 1, 2. That's what I'm talking about, supernatural type of things. It's on my breast. So something in regards to, this is the second card, second time that a card landed on my breast. So there's something in regards to a heart chakra. Definitely we were talking about that in the beginning of the relationship. A lot of y'all have your heart blocked off, closed off, heart, which makes your your heart chakra be closed off as well. But you don't want that, you know? You don't want to be closed off, because you want this soulmate twin flame connection to come in. You don't want to block it off at all whatsoever. So what you have to do is work within yourself in regards to that. You know what I'm saying? Healing your heart, forgiving yourself, forgiving the past people, places, or things, or person that you dealt with. You know, you need to do the work in that type of way, which I think a lot of people have, because you've been by yourself, you've been in a hermit mode, you've been doing self-evaluations and stuff like that. So, or will. So you definitely have work within yourself, you know, to the point that you are ready. Okay. What I said about dinner date in the beginning of this reading. Definitely your person is romantic, and they will be taking you out on a dinner date. They will court you in a right and a proper way as well. They won't betray you with a betrayal. This is not that person from the past, so you don't have to worry about that. You know, frenemies, haters, jealousy, envious, they definitely, people, when they look at you and your relationship, it's inevitable, right, for people to see a really great, harmonious, loving, successful relationship and envy it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't get around that, you know? So don't even worry about that, because no matter what, people are going to envy your relationship. And you might have friends that pretend like they're friends, but they're frenemies and stuff, and may betray you or whatever, try to, or maybe they have. Or maybe it's just going to be haters and stuff like that. But you can't worry about the haters, right? Got to focus on you and focus on your path and focus on this relationship. That's all you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about anybody else, for real. Because it ain't going to even hurt. It's not going to help you in any type of way. It's not going to help you move forward if you worried about somebody else and what they did and what they say and what they going to do and what they didn't do, or if they hate you or not, you know? Definitely don't have to worry about that, because it's inevitable in life in general. If you're doing good and doing well, your people are going to let you know by them being enemies or jealous or envious of you. That's the way how you know that you are doing what you were supposed to do, that you are on the right track, you know, that you're doing something good, that you are leveling up in life in so many different type of ways, that this specifically relationship is the one. And they see it, they know it, just like you. All right. All right, give me some last messages here. What are some last messages, Spirit? What are some last messages here? Give me a few more. We got one popped up. What the heck is going on? All right, so we got 3 last cards for this collective love reading here. And what I say, kiss on the neck first and foremost. Again, confirmation that you may like kisses on your neck, or your person may like kisses, but no matter what, y'all gonna be doing a lot of kisses all over the place. in all areas of the body, you know, but it definitely give confirmation that you are romantic and your person is romantic as well, you know. But people of the past or in your energy, that's going to be these frenemies, these haters that is jealous of you and your relationship. They're going to try to spread lies about you and this person, and or trying to get this person to believe some lies or something in regards to that. But again, you don't have to worry about it because, you know, the past is crying over you, or they will be crying just because of their energy towards you and or this relationship, you know. So you definitely, again, don't have to worry about these the freaking haters or your past ex crying over you or anything like that, or them trying to, the frenemies trying to lie on you or lie on your person to you to make you feel bad or cry. You know, you don't have to worry about that because you're smarter than that anyway, you know? So don't even worry about it. I absolutely love this reading for you. If you absolutely love this love reading, definitely let me know in the comments box below. Definitely say I claim it for myself, because this is a beautiful connection. This is a love connection. This is your true soulmate. This is your true twin flame if you are on a twin flame journey at this moment in time. And I absolutely love it for you. So that's all I have for your reading on today. I'm definitely going to put you in the drawing, Chanlu, to be able to win the mini reading and life coaching. And by the end of the month, then I'm gonna, you know, announce who the winner is. Okay, but definitely follow me on my social media at Melanite Empress on Instagram and on TikTok. Next week on our Monday extravaganza live tarot readings, we are going to start here on YouTube. So make sure you guys follow me here so that you can follow me over to my TikTok so that you will be able to be entered in to win a mini reading and also get a free life coaching session with me. Okay. I show you all so much love. I show you all so much gratitude. Make sure you share out the live, the video for the ones who are on the replay. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribing. And if you need anything from me, definitely check it out in the description box below. Gratitude, Chanlu. Gratitude, everyone. Have a great evening. Have a good day, whatever the time it is for you. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.